Boosted Senator Richard's overall child here with the conversation. And today we're having an exposure to deconstruct one of the political aspirants for the office of president. And we are persuaded that when we give up to our responsibility, when we understand the electoral process and the laws governing that process, we will have candidates that can be counted. And this afternoon, that is exactly what we'll be doing. We want to welcome you and Madam, and we hope that this afternoon will be rewarding for not just us as individuals, but also for our country and for posterity. So, to our anchors, Ben and Lauren, the ball is yours. Thank you very much.
At this point in time, before I take the profile of the man, Malik Ibrahim, please invite Benjamin Ubiri to the back. Benjamin, please come and stand beside me. He came with his wife. I don't have a husband I can come with. Just in case there's something. You just pinch me. Take it easy. Take it easy. We have heard of you over the years. So many stories and tales have been told of you. Some seeking clarification. Some totally not critical, that you'll just say, okay, it doesn't matter. Some making us happy, like when we finally got married. Yes, it made us very happy. And then we saw the wife and we said, whoa, what an angel. But at this point in time, sir, permit me to invite you over here to take your stand, because you will be the driver of this ship. Please, a round of applause for Malik Ibrahim. So you shall stand. You can keep all your things there. Distinguished comrades, standing before us is the man. Would I call him the man in the eye of the storm, or the camel who's passing through the eye of a needle? Would he pass, or can he pass through? Now that's a question for another thing. But this is the profile of Prince Malik Ibrahim, born on the 22nd day of December 1963, the second of 7 children of His Royal Majesty, Dr. Ibrahim, the Ohinoy of Ibira land. He hails from Ibira land, Kogi State. Prince Malik Ibrahim was educated abroad from the age of 5. I know you're wondering, how can he fit into the Nigerian system? That he has questions to answer. He was educated in the United Kingdom and the United States of America, and has a great aptitude for sports as well as international business and finance. Prince Malik Ibrahim is an accomplished polo player, a racing driver, and has risen to the very top of the motor racing world in GT racing and Formula 1 as an owner. I think he deserves a round of applause at this point. But I know the questions my colleagues will have for you over there, so be prepared. He has been involved in high-profile deals globally and has been honored and welcomed by governments for public sustainable living and environmental development in private and governmental business, and hence energy and diverse subjects. International and involved in the ecosystem. that charity begins at home, investing and committing to help Nigeria to generate power while reducing pollution. Because we already know he's educated in the United States, has a great aptitude for sports, finance. Had worked in other positions of low government. In 2000, non-hydrocarbon economy. But behind the construction from solar and also the building of 1 megawatt in Adamawa. In 2016, his company renewables in the Nigerian market. Have been involved in South Africa, no more. He has declared his readiness to Nigerian markets with electric cars at any time. He's famous for his role in arrows and to black man. Interesting characters has to do with housing, and in recognition of all this and more, he has certificates of recognition in 2010, California. 2010, Los Angeles, California, from the Achievement Award for contributing to the society in 2010. Business Forum 2014 Business of Excellence Award. Arabella Star Magazine Outstanding and Arewa Youth Consultative Council Award of Excellence in September 2021. Of their words, out of his interest and love for the country, Progressive Party YPP, and he has declared his interest. So he So by this point in time, I'll hand over the microphone to you for 3 minutes, after which Benjamin will come over into this way, because this is where the people are, to send the questions coming. So the podium is yours.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much. I'll make this brief. that the Nigerian media has taken what is required from a democracy. I believe the media is the fourth level in a democracy, away from the presidency, the judiciary, and the executive. One of aspirants that are coming out for their political ambition should make our democracy. The issues abound today are plentiful. The basics are ignored. Independence from the requirements that are in place for a day have got to do more about ability rather than the or your wish or your want. In 2023, we're going to have to choose very carefully about the kind of role of Nigeria, and it cannot be because I have done it because I'm ambitious, because I have the qualities to lead. We need educated visionaries today into the world and earn its place in the generation has to take this power at the ballot box and to have seen things around the world and want to come back home and give Nigeria a fighting chance at success. Put themselves to you for and the decision at the end of the day is the voters. But it's incumbent upon people like myself, young men that want to do better in this country, to come forward, create an environment of inclusivity, and present to everyone an opportunity to see us and dissect. There is no 86 million odd people have registered to vote in the last dispensation. 28 million people, 15 million people voted for the winner. Voted in that country. We are, if you didn't vote, you are living in a country that doesn't belong. The event is going to do, I hope, is to open the door for more voters to come in. Increase the voter apathy, to give more people a vision of a better Nigeria. And I'm here to present myself. I look forward to the questions, and in everything that I do, my heart, you see my foresightedness, my vision, and I can be judged on those things rather than, whatever my ambition might be. My want and wish is to lead a country. I'm not looking to be a president. I want to be a leader. I want to lay a foundation that. Thank you very much for taking the time to be here to this conversation. Thank you.
He says he does not want to be a president. The dichotomy is very thin. It's like honesty and dishonesty. It's very thin. It depends on who is looking at it and who is seeing it.
Yes.
Please take a bow, sir. Could we give him a round of applause? What? I know you want to be here, but if we put you here, there are some questions you can't answer, so we better have you there. Don't worry, the press people. Questions, don't worry, you'll be fine and all that. Benjamin? We won't be firing from all canisters. Please, could you pass this microphone to Benjamin at that point? Once again, you're welcome, sir.
Just take it. That's how you put it.
Very interesting question. For many people, considering how they have been stories
I think the first way to answer that question is
to use the tools at hand that every
I think this microphone might be better. The pop is very too much. Please, could we try technical? Could we try to sing how in the background so we have good sound? Oh, okay, sir. Let's go.
Thank you.
Let's try your voice. Let's just try your voice and see. While we place this here,
Right.
okay?
We'll do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So let's see how we go there.
Okay. So as I said, the most important thing, I had a very good education, and that education allowed me to hand me, as they are available to every international businessman or a young aspiring businessman. I was 35 years old, and I was one of the first people to use venture capital company. I worked with Deutsche Bank and Morgan Grenfell. Their venture capital $20 million enabled us to acquire the Formula One team. I need to carry that money and deliver it, but tools that use venture capital, Formula One team.
So it was social capital.
Absolutely.
Not an Abacha loot, as they have written about it.
Yes, well, you know what? I lived in Nigeria for a very I have a relationship with Mr. Abacha's children. Okay. Ibrahim, a company called Selcon Airlines. Okay. And Selcon Airlines was a joint venture between their tourism company, my American Transair. So we bought the aircraft, American Transair, they sold the tickets, and that venture. I've been in the business of creating wealth for people, using business ideas. It's one of the things for creativity, and I use the systems that Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, or anyone else can use, and the financial institutions are there. Yes, people might not like the idea that a black man, a Muslim, an African has the goal to be able to raise money using financial tools. Did in more than one occasion, and they are global. They use venture capital. They're still today very high regards for what I did for them. One energy company. So I do things using the tools at hand, and it might be very foreign to a lot of companies like Flutterwave and Paystack are raising hundreds of millions. I did to 1999, so I have a very good record. It's been one to acquire.
So the answer is it was a initiative which was not quite understood by majority of people, and as such they thought money had gone from somewhere to somewhere to make it happen.
Well, you know, thinking about where you carry money to go somewhere, there's no Ghana must go to carry 180 million. With the banking system, was very have a tremendous amount of respect and thanks for that was able to come up with an idea. I had the company for 6 years, so it wasn't as if I bought it and discharged it. I did well. I sold the company at the end. It was a little bit rough at the end because of between the partners, but I stand with great pride, and I'm very proud of my achievement. At a 35-year-old Nigerian was able to do something in 50 years of that sport that was never done. And I think based on the treatment I had, I will even try doing that, because you get a real coloring for attending that kind of thing today.
And that leads me to the next question. Read well-crafted profile by your team of. It is written there, the first and the only black man to do that. And the question: why did you not replicate after you?
I don't think that I can force anyone to do anything they don't want to do. I think when you look at the kind of treatment that was meted out to someone like myself, I would arrive at the track and you'll hear stories about, do you drive the truck? Are you the guy serving the food? I was my mark on the sport. In fact, I had some, during the time I was owning the team, I made the team wear black, and I was the only one in a white uniform. I wanted to just show that contrast visibly, and I had some fun with it. I wasn't, it didn't bother me. I'd experienced racism from a very young age, and I think most people who want to go into such a high-profile sport have to have. These are elements that make me a proud Nigerian. Out on any global by any. I'm not I've done everything by my name, and it's because I use my name that you can find me on social media. I'm a very proud and respectful Nigerian, and I know what I have to do to make my country great.
You have found a way to maneuver. You have just said now that maybe the reason might be that you don't force people to do what they do not want to do. But as a leader, you said you don't want to be a president, you want to be a leader.
Yes.
The success of